What's going on, everybody? We are back today with an absolutely solid meal prep recipe with this jalapeno popper chicken and bacon onion potato recipe. Just think of all those bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers you eat at parties, making them a little bit healthier and putting it inside roasted chicken. So needless to say, it tastes amazing, so let's jump into how to make it. We'll start with making a seasoning for both the chicken and the potatoes. We'll start by adding 2 teaspoons of salt to a mixing bowl, then adding 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and then 20 grams of brown sugar. Now let's mix this together and then we can move on to our seasoning. For the potatoes, you can use little baby Yukon Gold potatoes if you want, but I'm just using 1200 grams of Russett potatoes because that's what I had available. So dice these into bite-sized pieces, spray with some oil, and then just start seasoning with the barbecue seasoning we just made. I wasn't precise on the measurements here, I just seasoned until the potatoes were thoroughly covered with seasoning, which was roughly 2 teaspoons or so. But once there, I'm going to transfer these over to a sheet tray, top them with a little bit more seasoning, and then transfer to a 450°F oven until the potatoes are cooked through. Now before we move on to our chicken, we need to make our filling real quick. So to a mixing bowl, we'll add in 80 grams of whipped cream cheese, 40 grams of finely diced jalapeno, or you can leave it a little chunkier if you want, 50 grams of smoked gouda, 50 grams of cheddar cheese, and then a pinch of the barbecue seasoning. And now we can go ahead and mix this together. Now for the chicken, I'm using 1100 grams total today, and what I'm going to do is, for the larger chicken breasts, I'm going to cut these in half as if I'm butterflying it, and then I'm going to butterfly those 2 pieces individually. So 1 chicken breast gives me 2 butterfly chicken breasts. And then what we'll do is we'll take one of these and we'll put filling on half of it, and spread that across one side of the chicken breast, and then layer back over the other side. And then just take those toothpicks and seal the ends together so that when it cooks, it doesn't open up. And now we can just repeat the process until all the chicken is filled. For some of the chicken breasts, because of their size and shape, I didn't split them into 2 pieces. I just left it one and just butterflied that one itself. But you just have to play around with it depending on each chicken breast. Now once all of our chicken is filled and sealed together, we'll spray with some oil and then just season with the remainder of our barbecue seasoning from earlier. Just making sure all the chicken is covered thoroughly with seasoning. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is an optional step here of searing the chicken in a cast iron skillet just to get some color, for which it would have been really smart to actually get the pan hot enough to actually get some color and grill marks, but apparently I don't know how to get a pan hot enough. But anyways, once the chicken is ready, you can add it to a sheet tray or you can put it in a cast iron skillet. But either way, we'll put this in a 450°F oven until the chicken reaches 165 internally. Alright, final thing here and we'll be done. I want to make a quick bacon onion mix for the potatoes. So to a skillet set on medium-high heat, I'm going to add in 150 grams of diced turkey bacon. And then just very simply let this sear for about 4 or 5 minutes or whatever. I want to render out the fat in the bacon and try to develop a crispier texture. So let it cook for a couple minutes, but once it's where I like it, I'm going to take it out and put it in a separate mixing bowl here until we come back to it. So with the bacon done on medium heat, I'm going to toss in 240 grams of diced yellow onion. You can see I'm just leaving mine in larger chunks, sort of similar to the bacon. And then we'll add in 20 grams of sliced jalapeno. We'll hit this with some salt and then just saute it for a couple minutes, similar to the bacon. What I'm looking for is a caramelized flavor. So let it cook for a couple minutes and get that char and caramelization starting to develop. Alright, with everything coming together now, I'm going to add back in my turkey bacon and give everything a good mix here. And then what we're going to do is just very simply take all of this and scrape it over the roasted potatoes into a mixing bowl. And then just give everything here a good toss to make sure it's all well distributed, and then we can prep. What we'll do here is we'll take that bowl of roasted potatoes with that bacon onion mix and just begin by adding a layer to the bottom of each container here, making sure we get every last onion and every last bacon chunk from that bowl. And then next we'll take our roasted chicken from earlier and just layer that over the top. And depending on how your chicken was prepped, you may have to slice it in half to create equal servings. And as a side note, for those who maybe have extra room in their macros, a barbecue sauce would be an absolutely great add for this recipe, but I just want to leave it as an optional because it does add to the macros. But anyways, there you have it. So I hope everyone enjoyed the recipe. My taste buds certainly did, and we can't wait to make this recipe again. So thanks for watching.